All right. And
okay, I'll do this. Joining us this morning in studio to talk about some issues that are going on within the Sheriff's Department. We've got Sheriff Donny Youngblood joining us this morning. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. First, you were outside.
Yes.
We left you outside.
Yes, there was a party out there and they had donuts. I had to go.
You said, I'm just going to hang out here for a little while. One thing that we wanted to talk about, I wanted to start off with this because it is, of course, big in the Central Valley. We're talking about what happened up in Fresno, the mass shooting just recently, and so many different departments up there and agencies all getting involved in the investigation. Did anyone reach out to Kern County?
No, we were ready for a mutual aid request, but they contained it pretty quickly.
Were you surprised? I mean, I wanted to also discuss the difference between gangs here and gangs in Fresno. There is that sort of a urban legend that there are many more gang members in there that they're dealing with.
Well, it's a different type of gang. Those are Hmongs that we know can be extremely violent, very personal in their attack, and that's exactly what I think we probably saw there. I haven't talked to the chief or Sheriff Mims about this. I'll meet with them next week, but it was pretty violent.
We always ask this question, and so I'm going to ask it again. In the light of something like this that happens, do you take some of that information, just even on a cursory level, with your commanders, with your people in charge, and say, okay, like even a little debriefing, what happened, you know, how might this play out if we had to respond to something like this?
We used to, but we're having so many that, and most of them are very similar. We had now a couple at parties where people showed up, like remember Halloween, there was one.
Right.
And so that's, these things are trendy and they copycat. So people need to be aware of what they see occur so that they don't place themselves in jeopardy.
Let's talk about Ian Chandler, Sheriff's Commander, who just passed away unexpectedly. Can you first talk about your relationship with him over the years?
Yeah, I knew Ian a long time before he ever came to work. He was actually married to a member of my family. And so I knew Ian when he before he came to work and watched him mature as a young man, watched him come to the organization and excel and do a great job.
At 49, I mean, going through so many different departments, just recently promoted again, what does that loss mean for you with someone who's still fairly young in the administrative branch?
Yeah, Ian's loss it was really felt, not just because of the job that he did, but because of the relationships he had with members of the organization. He had a unique personality. Everyone liked Ian. And so it was kind of a double whammy, very unexpected. And he had an impact on our organization, and will be greatly missed. There's no question. You can't replace that.
And let's put up. We have some of the funeral information, the services that are coming up. I believe it is next week. Yes, Tuesday, November 26th at Canyon Hills, beginning at 10 a.m. That is followed by a reception, I believe, at Buck Owens Crystal Palace.
That is correct.
Is that right? And moving forward from this,
good morning.
How does the department then make changes in light of his passing?
Well, there'll be promotions. As
you have one coming up, a ceremony, correct?
We do tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
But every time somebody retires or we have a tragedy like this, you go through a string of promotions, and this one is bittersweet, of course. But someone will step up. Someone will take over that job. We're all expendable, including the sheriff. Somebody's going to be there when I leave to take over and do just fine. So his passing is more personal for all of us than it was professional because of the personality that he had.
Now, when you do leave, I just want you to know, I mean, you're more than welcome to come and help out with the Bakersfield baby shower anytime that you want.
I was already invited this morning.
To come back and help with the collections. That's great. All right, Donny, thank you for coming in this morning.
Mike.
Appreciate it. And let's go to Elena.